Hello there and welcome. My name is Nicole Augustine. I am so excited to guide you through this Prevention Core Competencies course. This training is a powerful opportunity to ground yourself in the knowledge, skills, and values that define our field and to prepare you to deliver it with confidence. In this short overview video, I'll simply walk through what to expect over the 3 days of the training. I'll share some of the core themes of each day, point out a few essential videos and activities, and help you feel ready to facilitate this experience. Throughout this Healthy Knowledge course, you will have content that covers each of the 3 days. As a prevention professional, we play a critical role in improving the health and well-being of our communities. This course, developed in partnership with SAMHSA, the PCC network, and organizations like APSI and RISE Consultants, is designed to support the onboarding of new prevention professionals and to help seasoned professionals like yourself elevate their impact. Whether it's your first time facilitating, or you're adding this training to your existing toolkit, or maybe you're someone who's already trained and you're wanting to get an update on the latest content, I think this Healthy Knowledge course has everything you need to succeed, from the slides to the scripts to the supporting materials. So let's get started with thinking about what are overall things you should know as you prepare for these 3 days. In general, each day is highly interactive. The days include a focused presentation, group activities, reflective activities, and opportunities for people to apply the new knowledge. You'll find people will be hungry to discuss the content. There's plenty of wiggle room in your time to do that and to lean into that. Your job as a facilitator is to hold space for learning, dialogue, and exploration. You yourself don't need to be an expert in everything. You just need to be able to guide the process. It's okay to say that's something I'm not sure about, let me get back to you, or put something in the parking lot, right? Participants will learn a lot from the content already, and they'll learn even more from each other. So do encourage connection and collaboration throughout the 3 days. So what can you expect from the 3 days? Day 1 is focused on the foundation of prevention science. This day is really setting the stage for what is prevention, what is the aim of it, what does it do? You'll walk participants through a few main topics: the history of substance use, the overview of the implementation cycle, which is something new that will be described in this training. And day 1 will focus on needs and resource assessments that really help us shape our strategies. Now, there is something new that has been embedded into the content, and they're videos. We have learned over the last year that there are some components of the content that made it a little bit challenging for people to facilitate and understand. So day 1 has 3 new videos. You'll want to make sure to watch those videos so you feel comfortable with the content, but you should find them as really helping you facilitate the information. Now, once you get into each day, you'll get a sneak peek of those and have an opportunity to review them. But for now, just remember, day 1 is focused in the place of giving an introduction to prevention, introduction to needs assessment. There are going to be small group activities that focus on psychoactive substances that allow for a lot of rich discussion and opportunity for conversation. Now, when you move to day 2 is, for me, one of the most fun days. This day is focused on evidence-based strategies, risk and protective factors, really thinking about how we choose and adapt our prevention messages and our prevention work, grounded in science, but also local relevance. Topics that will focus on day 2 include risk and protective factors, the etiology model and socialization, the theory of planned behavior, and the international standards. Day 2 has 3 videos also, so you'll want to make sure to become familiar with those videos. One of them is interactive, requiring you to pause along the way for discussion. One of the biggest activities in day 3 is the small group work, where folks are divided by age group and then give an opportunity to explore what are the best intervention strategies for that age group and practice the exercise of identifying evidence-based strategies for a developmental stage. Day 2 is pivotal. I always find by the end of day 2, people are invigorated, they're inspired, they're surprised as much time has passed, and they can't believe they only have half a day left. But trust me, the content is built for engagement. It's built to go fast, even though the time is passing. Finally, we get to day 3. Day 3 really begins to shift to think about our implementation work, our ethics, our professional growth, monitoring of the work we do. And there are no videos in this day, but there's still a good number of at least 2 activities. One focused on ethics, which usually shakes things up a little bit. There's an interesting scenario you want to be prepared for having a rich discussion around. And then we spend a good portion of day 3 really focused on helping people prepare their own professional development plan. It's important to remember, and we say this in the training, that this course represents just one of the many trainings people should be doing as they develop their skills as a prevention professional. We use time in this training to help people think about what other content do they need to know. If they're attempting to get certified, what do they need to do that? This day brings it all together, connecting knowledge, skills, and values in a way that prepares participants for long-term success. At least that's our hope for why we built the content. I am hoping that by the time you finish the Healthy Knowledge course, you feel prepared and equipped to deliver this training, that you make it your own, you bring your passion, your voice, your insights, and you remember all the supportive tools and notes are needed to help you along the way. Thank you again for being a part of this work, for building a strong, ethical, and impactful prevention leaders cohort. Let's get started. I wish you the very best and so excited to welcome you to the cohort of trainers who are training this content. Have a great day.